Okay, right, on this video lesson, we're just going to do number 1. You can see this in a separate section. Now we're going to shift it. We're going to have either horizontal or vertical shifts. Now this first one, number 1, I'll even circle it or underline it. We're going to get a vertical shift because there's no parentheses. So this +2 is a vertical shift. Now let's get the big picture. Let's get the 3 y values first. I'm going to put VAs. Now tangent, normally the S-curve goes up left to right. Since we have this negative right here, this S-curve is going to go down left to right. So I want to get these 3 y values in the middle, and then top, and then down low. And I know it's in between 2 VAs. Now this is what gives it away. This 2 right here, this vertical shift, remember we did sine and cosine waves. We said the vertical shift equals the equilibrium. The vertical shift is going to be exactly the middle part of the S-curve. So since that's +2, now this middle point, it's no longer at 0, it's at y equals 2. Then if I look, the amplitude, I just have a negative in front of tangent, so if I take the absolute value of that, the amplitude's 1. So if the amplitude's 1, this top y value, I just add 1 to that middle point, so I get y equals 3. And then I take away 1 from the middle point of 2, and this is y equals 1. So 1, 2, and 3 are going to be the y values along with getting the VAs. Okay, so that tells us a lot right now. I know a lot about the graph without really even doing any complex math. Okay, let's go. Let's fill everything out. Period is pi over b, which is this, pi over 2. Okay, the increments, if I take pi over 2 and multiply it by 1/4, I'm going to get pi over 8. Now the key points, there's no horizontal shift, there's no parentheses, so I have to start at x equals 0. I'm going to add the increments, so let's see here, it's going to be pi over 8. Then the next x value is going to be 2 pi over 8, which is pi over 4. Okay, and if I add pi over 8 to the 2 pi over 8, I get 3 pi over 8. And then if I add pi over 8 to 3 pi over 8, I get 4 pi over 8, which reduces to pi over 2. And that is the period, so it matches up. Okay, now for tangent. Tangent, now you should be able to see this without, with doing the ones that we did before. Tangent always starts at this middle point. So we're going to start at 2, and then we're going to go to 1. So those are the first y values. I'm going to say this is 2, then this is 1. And then if I just follow, I start here 2, then I go to y equals 1, then I get this, the VA. So the VA is the third one, pi over 4, there's a VA. And then I start the curve all the way to the left. So if I start the curve all the way to the left, then it's here, then I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. If I only have 2 key points left, so it's just 3, then 2. So 3 pi over 8 is 3, pi over 2, we're at 2. Okay, so I always end at what I start with. I started with y equal 2, so I'm going to end at what y equals 2. Alright, so everything's just shifted up 2 units. So we're at 0, 2, which is right here. Pi over 8, we're say, is at 1. Pi over 4, I'm going to get a VA right here. 3 pi over 8, we'll say this is 3 pi over 8. This is up at 3. And then pi over 2, we end at 2. Now it's real important, this middle point right here, this y equals 2, this is where it changes its shape, so this is where it goes down, and then I'll curve it up so it changes its shape right at y equals 2. Okay, this is where it goes down, and then this is where it goes up, right to left. So normally this point, the middle point of the curve where it changes its shape, was normally down here, but I move it up 2 units because of the vertical shift of +2. So then to finish it off, our domain is all real numbers, except x cannot equal the VA in this case, which is pi over 4, and range is all real numbers, or you could say negative infinity to positive infinity. So main thing to remember this, the vertical shift +2 is going to give us this, which is where y equals 2.